Happy New Year's, Taurus. If you're a Taurus born April 20th to May 20th, what can you expect for the month of January 2019? Let's tune in and find out. So, Taurus, I feel like you've gotten over a big hump recently. So, whether it's you've just moved into a new home or whether you're now getting over a health ailment or you're finding your way with a new career move or finalizing a promotion, it feels like you've got something under your belt. Maybe you've just married off your last child or you've just had another grandchild, right? So there's just this completion energy that feels like it's trying to happen in your life. And if it hasn't happened yet, we do have a partial solar eclipse in Capricorn on January 5th that very well may be ushering in that final piece of completion of whatever it is that you're looking for in your life. So let's begin with romantic relationships. For those of you Tauruses that are in a romantic relationship, let's see what January holds for you. So I feel like patience, Taurus, is being brought in. You're being asked to have patience and you're being asked to create some new structures in your relationship, and you're being asked to look out for yourself a little bit more and to ask for your partner for some support. I feel like you've been giving, and you've been like digging yourself out of this hole. And I feel like you're exhausted with it, and it's time to kind of go, what about me? And to ask for help and support from your romantic partner. And by doing that, even if it's a little bit, you're going to feel more relaxed. You're going to feel more loved. You're going to feel more sexual energy, more drive. You're just going to feel closer to them because you're getting a little help. You're not feeling taken advantage of. You're not feeling like, why bother? Why am I doing all this? When they just take. So I feel like for some of you, you maybe have some little frustrations that have built up. And it's those little things that add up, that over time then weigh us down. So it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could just be something small that finally now you're dealing with. And it could be anything that, your spouse is always giving money to the kids, or it could be that they're always giving money to the church, or they're spending all their time with their parents and not with you, or there can be a number of things, or they're always at work and they never want to take time for you. So it could be any scenario that just is like, enough. So I feel like you speaking up and they shift a little bit brings your relationship back in balance, that really makes January a healthy and happy new start for you. So if this rings a bell for you, one of the things you can do is be proactive and say, I'd like to have a conversation with you, and I'd like to sit down and maybe we could share what we both want a little more of in our life. What do you want more of? And don't focus on the negative, but focus more of what you want to talk about. Like, honey, I love it when you give me a back rub. Or, honey, I love it when you hold my hand. Or, I love it when you open my door. I really appreciate it. Could you do more of that for me, right? Or, I love it when, you look at how hard I work and you acknowledge it. Or when you see the money in the bank and then we're able to save some for a vacation, right? Whatever, but however you phrase it in the positive, and have the conversation with your partner so that you can also have an eye-opening experience with them about what they want more of. So talk about what you both want more of, and that will kind of help bring the relationship back into more of a balance and into more of that loving energy that you both want and desire. Okay, so for those of you that are single, let's look at what's in store for you, Taurus. Okay, great. You have an opportunity to meet your match this month. It just requires you to pay attention. It requires you to engage. It requires you to kind of take someone else seriously. And, a lot of times, Taurus, you can be stubborn, you can be hard-headed, and you can dissect somebody like that, right? You want to be careful not to do that. You want to be careful to kind of focus and look on the positive. Now, you can also go the other way, where you could be somebody who's really giving, really loving, and never taking anything for yourself. And if you're that type of Taurus, then it's really easy to kind of get sucked in and not take care of yourself. So it's about, if you're single, it's about finding that balance and really being able to get your needs met, as well as being able to have some patience, right? So just give yourself some time within the relationship. Give it a little time to develop, give it a little time to enjoy one another, and you're going to find that it will move rather quickly. But you can't push it, and you have to be careful about judging them, right? You want to be careful not to judge too quickly or to make assessments too quickly, because I think this person that's coming is going to surprise you, and the relationship may surprise you. So it's about taking it slow and taking it even and just paying attention. And if you do that while you're kind of moving along in the process, but not pressuring or trying to go too quickly, you're going to find that it can turn into something really beautiful. Okay, so let's look at career for you, Taurus. Let's see what's in store for you in January. Okay, there's an opportunity for you to be seen, but you're going to have to acknowledge that you want the job. You're going to have to put your hat in the ring. This isn't one of those situations where somebody's going to pick you and say, hey, you're the next VP. No, you got to go, hey, I feel like I'm VP material. Put my hat in the ring, put my name in the ring, put my name down. I want to be part of that. I want the job. So it's something that you're going to have to cultivate. It's something that you're going to have to speak up and say, I want that position. And if you do, you'll be taken seriously. So it's really important that you put your name out there, that you're the one who's pursuing it, and that they know that you want it. That's the best chance that you have of getting pushed forward with your career, is by you looking around and saying, that's what I'm going for, that's my goal, and I want it. And then I feel like a lot of doors will open up for you, and then you'll be able to have more serious conversation and being taken seriously. And if you don't get this one, there's a very strong opportunity that you would get the next one, okay? So just know, just push in that direction, and it's gonna open up for you. If it doesn't open up in January, it's gonna happen shortly after. Okay, Taurus, let's look at your money. So I feel like you've been spending a lot. I feel like you maybe even spending as much as you make. I feel like this year that trajectory changes. And it changes with your willingness to get a little uncomfortable and to take care of yourself and to make sure that you have what you need. Now, some of you have maybe recently changed that trajectory around you and have become more quote unquote selfish or become more protective of your own reserves. If so, great. But for those of you that haven't, it feels like you could potentially kind of get hit over the head with like, boom, you know, you have got to stop doing this for your kid, or you have to stop doing that for your partner or for the ex. You're not helping them. It's hurting them, right? So there's this lesson around money that is showing up for you that you're going to need to get so that you, and it could even be, it could be affecting your health, it could be affecting somebody else's health, but it's really about finding work-life balance. So you're going to be, I don't want to say struggling, but this is the area of your life, work-life balance with money, right? So where does the money fit? Where's my work-life balance happening? And then being able to change that, go with that flow. And if you can go with the flow and let go and not resist it, you're going to be so happy. It's going to be so good. You're going to go, oh my God, why didn't I do this years ago? You know, and so the universe is going to help you. So if you make those changes ahead of time and you're proactive making those changes, these eclipses are going to go smoothly for you. But if you're resisting the changes with these eclipses, and the eclipses are designed to change. They're designed to empower us, to get us to be the best that we can be, right, in all areas of our life. It doesn't mean to work our fingers to the bone and have nothing left to show for it. No, it means to bring our work-life balance into the right scenario. So for some, that might mean if you've been living above your means, it may mean that you have to move. It may mean that you have to stop living outside of your means. It means you have to, you know, you might see that as shrinking, but it's not. It's recalibrating. So this is all the universe is doing. Or it's moving you into a better job where you get less hours but more pay, right? But it comes from, you're fired, and it's like, oh my God, why am I fired? Oh, because this new job just showed up, right? So whatever happens, just know if it's something that you perceive bad, there's a huge gift on the other side of it. And it may not be that way if you're proactively knowing, this has to change in my life, and you're proactively working towards changing it, then it can be a really terrific scenario. You can get ahead of the curve and you don't get mowed down by these eclipses, and you're ahead of the game. And when you're there, and it just thrusts you into the limelight because you were smart enough to make the changes ahead of time. Okay, we always know what we're needed or what's needed in our life, where we need to make those changes. If you start working on it ahead of time, it's just easier to take in. All right, Taurus, exciting stuff here for you. Okay, let's look at anything unexpected for Taurus. So you may hear some unexpected news around relationships. It could be relationships with your children, with their spouses, relationships with your in-laws, but it feels like personal, unexpected news with relationships. And it could be anything from they're pregnant to they're getting divorced, but their life changes and it just feels unexpected, something that you weren't expecting, and that they're moving, that they've sold their house or whatever. So there's these unexpected life changes and it feels like happening around you. So not a bad thing, just don't resist. It's part of life, and just enjoy the unexpected news and the goodness of it. Okay, let's see if there's anything else in store for Taurus for January. So you really have just a reminder that you really have an opportunity with your creativity to make your life the way you want it. So just don't get caught flat-footed. Just start thinking about your life and how you want 2019 to look. Talk to your spouse, your significant other, the people around you that it would affect, and just play a little bit, play in that conversation. And by doing that, it helps to loosen things up, and it gets you moving in the right direction and can really bring a lot of joy and a lot of energy into your life and really allow you to shine in January, where the sky's the limit and things are just moving forward. So don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to dream big. Don't be afraid to have change. Just align yourself with the people around you and the desire that you have. And you're going to find that 2019 can really be a powerful and beautiful month for you. And you can get everything that you want. A lot of changes, but powerful and positive changes. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for watching and viewing my intuitive astrology. And if you like it, please click like and share it with your friends and comment below. And have a wonderful and happy and healthy and prosperous 2019. Lots of love to you all.